Last year in Orange County, we had over 13,000 burglaries. So burglaries are on the minds of all homeowners, I'm sure. When you go home, you want to feel safe and secure. So what we do suggest for deterrence for burglaries are two things. The two main things criminals look for and avoid in houses that they're actually going to break into. The first is always an alarm system, because if it's monitored, law enforcement could show up. Now, I'm not saying you have to go out and buy the whole alarm system, but we need to look at what the criminals look for to determine if a home has an alarm system or not installed, or presumably installed in the home. They see the sign in your front yard. They see the stickers on the doors and the windows, and that's how they make their determination. If they've never been inside your home before, that's the only thing that would alert them that there's an alarm system on this particular home or apartment. So we encourage you putting up an alarm system sign or decals. You can find these online. If you do a simple search for ADT or Brinks, Broadview, you can actually find the decals at Walmart. They're by the light bulbs. They're made by GE. It's called Smart Home, as a matter of fact, and they're relatively inexpensive. But inexpensive does not mean ineffective. So alarm systems are the first thing criminals look for and avoid. The sign, not the system, the sign. Second thing criminals look for and avoid in a home they're going to break into is going to be a dog. Why? Because dogs bark and dogs bite. Now, you could have your dog inside, and it could be a Yorkshire Terrier or it could be a Great Dane, but the criminals say, let us know you have a dog and we will go next door. It's that simple in most cases, because in neighborhoods, criminals assume you all have the same stuff. You have a flat screen TV just like your neighbor does, a laptop, a desktop PC, you have some jewelry in your drawers. That's every home in America, so they're just looking for the easiest homes. Houses with dogs aren't as easy as houses that do not have dogs. So put up a beware dog sign in the front yard, in the backyard, in the front window, in the back window if you don't have a fenced-in area, and this is going to deter criminals from choosing you. Get out of the mindset that movie criminals exist. It's usually 17 or 18-year-olds in your neighborhood that see you leaving for work every single morning at 5:45, and they know you never come home for lunch, and you're going to be home typically between 5:45 and 6:15 depending on traffic on I-4. So we want you to put up these simple signs, and they do work as deterrents.
What kind of tips can you give women as far as being victims of theft?
We had to pinpoint the most dangerous place you'll ever find yourself, and we have done that for women. It's going to be in a parking lot or parking garages. After speaking with so many criminals, they say we most commonly approach or choose our targets in parking lots. So ladies, in these particular settings, parking lots, parking garages, never drop your guard. Be aware of your surroundings. Make eye contact with people, and use the buddy system. For example, at Publix, that person says, can I help you to your car? It's 8 o'clock at night. Sure, I don't care if you just have a gallon of milk. Why not? Have them walk to your car, and that buddy system will deter the criminal from choosing you as a target. Your buddy system cannot be a child, because unfortunately, criminals look for two things. They look for women with purses and women who are distracted. A woman with a purse is carrying a lot of personal information with her, probably a debit card, a credit card, or 2 or 5. We have a driver's license, possibly a social security card. Sometimes a child social security card will be in your purse. That's a gold mine for personal information, so we want you to avoid carrying that with you. If you don't need your purse, don't bring it with you. When you go to Publix, what do you need? You need a wallet, you need a driver's license, your debit card, maybe a credit card, and a little bit of cash. You can put that one in your pockets, in a small wallet, and you don't have this big target hanging off your shoulder now, which is good. But they look for women who are carrying a purse and who are distracted. And getting back to kids, your kids are a distraction. So we want you to, when you're with your kids, if you can bring your shopping buddy with you, if you're doing your Christmas shopping coming up on the holidays, guys. So if you're doing your Christmas shopping, bring another adult with you, especially if you have your kids, because the criminals say, the child's throwing a temper tantrum. They run down the aisle, and I'm sure it's happened to you. As a matter of fact, if you've seen a cart unattended, the purse is sitting there, the wallet's sticking halfway out of the purse, and the woman that owns this purse is probably halfway down the aisle, completely oblivious, trying to get their child back under control. So you want to avoid doing that, ladies, without question. But second thing criminals look for in a woman in the parking lot as far as a target would be a woman who is distracted. And again, distractions are going to be your kids, and then your cell phones, talking, text messaging, shooting out an email, updating your Facebook. These things are all distractions for us, so if the criminal is able to get within your personal space and you didn't see them coming, that makes it that much more easier, and you become a target for them. And the scary fact about crime is that we don't get to pick the criminals choose us.